And hello. Hello out there in Facebook land and wherever else I'm about to post this, because of course when I'm finished with this, I'm going to download this to put this on my YouTube and possibly my Instagram and all of those kinds of things. So hello people. This is Beyond the Donut Factory, honey, because I am here at the villa, child. And I have been quiet just a little too long, okay? And what is happening is I know all of us are feeling the effects of the coronavirus and carrying on and all of this, that, and the third. And I want to put some things into perspective the way that I'm seeing it. Now, you may not agree, and that's okay. But I want us to have some kind of conversation going on with this. You understand? And in having conversation, let's dialogue because we need to get to the bottom of this in some kind of way, shape, form, style, or fashion. And then at the same time, we need to demystify and get over all this damn hysteria amongst all of this. Now, for starters, let me sit up here and tell y'all that, okay, we do understand, the children, that this is a virus. Okay, we understand all that. We understand that this has the potential of killing folks because they already said we got folks that are dead. Okay? That's not being insensitive, that they're just saying the facts. However, they have also said that most of the folks who have contracted this damn thing have had a 80% recovery rate. Okay, they've been able to get over it. Now, granted, a lot of them do not have, they've had low symptoms and carrying on and blah, 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 blah. We don't have a vaccine for it. So, of course, this thing here has the potential of doing anything because they can't do whatever they want to do with it. Okay? However, let's go here. Okay? Because there's a number of things in this particular piece that bothers me. All right? I want to start with today's conference first because I think it was watching today's conference that got me all upset. And the current administration, being what it is, how dare you go off on that reporter the way that you did? Okay? You went off on the reporter because they asked you a question that you did not want to answer. Okay? And then you want to sit down and go through all this and want to talk about fake news. You done made this into something that it is not. Okay? You want to sit up there and call that reporter out and tell him he was a bad reporter, this, that, and other. No, fucker. He asked you a question that you did not want to answer. Either you had no answer for or you didn't want to answer it. When you talk about fear. See, a lot of this fear-based shit that y'all keep evoking on us between the government and I'm going to add the media because that's all you keep throwing at us. What the fuck is social distancing? That's an oxymoron just in itself. Distancing has never been social. If you distance yourself from somebody, what the hell says that that's social about that? It means I don't want to be bothered with your ass. I got to deal with you from a distance, right? That means that we, at the very least, are associates or acquaintances, okay? I don't want to be bothered with you. So in this particular day and age, we got all this so-called distancing going on, and we are not looking at the bigger picture. Now, I'm not going to say this as some kind of conspiracy theorist or whatever, but I want you to pay attention to something. I want y'all to go and rewatch the movies. Go to Total Recall, the original, with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And then I want y'all to go get Demolition Man with Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes. Okay? Because in those particular movies, okay, Total Recall gave you what the world looked like with everything being virtual. Okay, and everything was on this computer thing, and we were on the other worlds and carrying on. And hell, they could implant memories and shit into your brain, make you think you done lived a whole new life and this, that, and the other, simply because they implanted this vaccine with you and carrying on, right? Demolition Man was a movie where Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes, the good guy, bad guy, they were both from another time period. They got frozen and woke up in a whole new world where to have social contact with anybody was illegal in certain aspects. And the scene that always stands out to me in that movie is when Sandra Bullock wanted to have sex with Sylvester Stallone. And Sylvester thought he was going to get him a good little piece. And when she went and got those there virtual reality glasses, and they sat down there and was having virtual sex, okay? And Sylvester got pissed and was like, okay, what is this? Because this ain't it. And carrying on, and Sandra's response was, ooh, you talking bodily fluids. Ooh, and there was a whole big thing about that, right? That movie there is indicative of what is to come if we allow hysteria and stuff to keep ruling us here. This whole thing with social media, now they done told y'all to stay away from each other and told us not to have nobody in our houses, 10 people or less. Okay? They don't want you touching. They say don't touch, don't fist bump, don't nothing. They want you to sit here and flap like chickens and shit, elbowing and carrying on. They have not said about couples and being intimate or whatever. What you gonna do when you want to get a little piece? And everybody's claiming that they scared of this shit. Huh? That's something. Now, you can't get that. We ain't supposed to touch or whatever, right? So what you gonna do with fucking and being intimate? Huh? So are you telling me that we have gotten so that way and so scared and so paranoid about this thing to where we have allowed this thing to interact with all aspects of our lives? Huh? What do you do when you talk about social distancing and carrying on, and you got the girl who's a single mama, she got 18 kids with 15 different baby daddies? Huh? The house is already overcrowded. Look at the Octomom. Don't she got 14 kids? Huh? What are we doing and what are we saying? And I know they can sit there and tell me about being aggressive and carrying on all they want. Oh, this is aggressive tactics and this, that, and the other. We're trying to contain this. We don't want the spread of it and this, that, and the other. But then y'all talking out the side of your mouths. Y'all ain't brought enough tests yet. You keep saying that. Okay. Well, if you got symptoms, then you need to go get tested, but you're still screening. But then you're saying, well, if you get tested, we want to make sure that some folks get tested and some folks don't get tested because we want to look out after the priority of this, that, and other. Child, come on. You done got restaurants and stuff closing down. You got bars and stuff closing down. And all of that, all in the name of a social health thing. Y'all done got mad at the kids because they out there at the beach and shit. Okay? And they say, fuck all this. Okay? But now you say, oh, well, now the millennials are getting hit with it. They done got, but as y'all saying that the disease is being spread, but yet you're saying that they have a recovery rate. If they sit down for 2 weeks, they can recover. Okay? So if they can recover, and there is no vaccine yet, see, I want y'all to listen to this. If they can recover in a 2-week time period or 3-week time period, yet there is no vaccine for it yet, and those who have passed on and died from it have all been over the age of 80 or whatever they said, and they had other health issues and carried on because they were a target risk. Okay, what are we saying about this virus? Okay? Let me pause here and say hello. I see a lot of folks that came up in here. Jazzy Jones, what's going on, my baby? Congratulations on all of your success and your articles and things. Theo and Lorenzo and Diamante and Angela and Jeffrey and Ruben and Catherine. Hey, Catherine, what's going on, girl? Lizzie and Joe Nathan, all of y'all are in here. Okay. Thanks for coming because I've been sitting on this too long and I've been a little too quiet. And so I want to give y'all something to consider because cities are closed down, states and stuff, everything is closing down, okay, or at limited hours. We are in a primary election time, okay? Now, on The View, They just sat there and questioned the mayor of Miami because he allowed the polling stations to stay open. So if we are in an election time right now, this is a primary time where we got to find out who's going to run against the incumbent. All right? If the polling places are closed, how in the hell is everybody supposed to vote? Now, y'all have sit up here and said that this thing is possibly going to last up until July, August. Okay? That we get a clean bill of health up in this thing. All right? We vote in November. If this thing lasts that long, when are we going to have time to sit down there and get things in place? Now, I want y'all to pay attention to something. Because just yesterday, the incumbent has said that, it was yesterday the day before, that he feels as though he is a wartime president. A wartime president. All right? Why am I speaking that? Because in times of war, a sitting president cannot be unseated. Okay? In times of war, a sitting president cannot be unseated. You understand? So now you declared that, oh, I'm a wartime president. And in some regards, he is, because this is a national and international pandemic, right? But I want y'all to listen to the language that everyone who has been singing his praises, every time that goddamn COVID-19 team get up there, what do they say? Oh, well, we've been working diligently with the president. The president has shown wonderful leadership in this, and he's aggressively attacked this, and this is the president's 15-day plan, and make sure you follow the president, and the president this, and he's been, that y'all ain't talking about what the fuck this is. Y'all are giving a campaign speech. Y'all are campaigning for this man. Yeah. Everything that has come out of his mouth has been so contradictory, and yet y'all sit up here and want to give him praises and talk about how wonderful he is under his leadership. And yet he can't answer a goddamn question right. Really? 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 Okay, so then let's go here. You can't answer the questions, you're campaigning, and then we are shutting down everything else. So what are you saying, people? What are you saying? That this man is going to end up staying in office. And here's the, if they pass this stimulus package, this $850 to $1 trillion stimulus package, and everybody get their little cut of the money, y'all know money going to shut folks down in. Everybody going to shut up talking then. Because they're going to sit up there and feel like that we got a couple of coins now. You see? What is this? What is this? You understand? I'm not buying it. I'm not understanding why we have allowed the hysteria to take place. If we have been using universal precautions from the beginning, how many of y'all actually use universal precautions every day the way that we supposed to, the way that y'all not doing it, the way that how y'all done went out there and bought up all the goddamn bleach and all the goddamn hand sanitizers and all the wipes and carrying on, but you left the soap on the goddamn aisles. Huh? They said wash your goddamn hands. Y'all left the soap on the aisle. You left the soap, but you took the hand sanitizer and the bleach. Okay? And the tissue. Somebody, I know everybody has been asking the question, somebody please tell me what the fuck is hoarding all this goddamn tissue supposed to mean? If you need that much tissue, wouldn't it just be simpler to get in the shower and wash your nasty ass? If you got to wipe your ass like that, why are you not in the shower washing your ass? But you left the soap on the counter, on the shelf. You took the wipes, but you left the goddamn soap. Huh? That's not making sense. And we have allowed all of this shit to dictate to us our livelihood and the way this thing is supposed to go. Now, I'm not saying be stupid and not follow guidelines. I'm trying to take the hysteria out of it. You understand? I want to take the hysteria out of it. If we were using universal precautions all the time, the way that we're supposed to, there would be no need for all this. They tell you all the time, the fastest place to get sick is in the hospital. And that's supposed to be the cleanest place everywhere. But y'all know every time y'all go to a goddamn hospital, how many times has the doctor always washed their hands before they touched you? How many times did they put a glove on before they touched you? Huh? The nurses, how many times have they hit the hand sanitizer or whatever before they touched you? They do it after they leave. But how many times do they do it before they touch you? Huh? So, if they do it that way in the hospital, and then let's be real. Let's be completely real, children. Let's be completely real, because I'm going to tell y'all my business. Okay? How many times are y'all at home? And because you're at home and you drop your food on the floor, y'all don't throw that shit away. You know damn well you don't. You know damn well you don't. Because while you are at home and you know what your house is. You know when you can't eat off the phone and when you can't, because you know how well you clean and don't clean. Huh? So if we use universal precautions the way that we're supposed to, the way that how they're saying that we're supposed to do it now, the way how y'all now went out here and just destroyed these stores the way that you are. Okay, destroyed these stores. We would not be in the crisis that we're in. Hold on, I got somebody that y'all talking. Come on and talk to me, children. Come on and talk to me. Okay? Talk to me. Okay? Jazzy, you say that part. Fred, hey, Fred, what's up? I got to call you in a minute. Or a towel to wipe your noses. See there? Look, I keep towels and carrying on. I have, ain't that what we had? What? We had rags when the towels got old and they got to ripping and carrying on that you couldn't use no more, or they got too stained to where you couldn't wash them anymore. What'd you do? You made them into rags, didn't you? You washed them up, you made them into rags for what? To clean, to disinfect, to soak in bleach and carry on so you can have. We always did that. We as a culture, African Americans as a culture, that's something that we were brought up on. We were brought up on that. Okay, now some of us may have gotten away from it. Some of us are lazy. I know I'm one of the lazy ones. Okay, so, but we were brought up on it. So this hysteria that we have in it, when folks say that they're scared, okay, I can understand that, because the way how they making this shit sound, they making it sound like if you catch it, you're gonna die. The way that they did with HIV and AIDS. Okay, if you get it, you're gonna die. But they did at the same time, they're telling you, well, when you get it, most folks are not, 80% of the folks are not dying from it. And then the other 20% is only a percentage of those that are actually dying because of their age and because they have a compromised immune system. And the fact that we don't have a vaccine for it right now. Yes, if your immune system is weakened and they don't know what the hell it's fighting off, yeah, you're going to be in trouble. So we get that. I'm not saying not to be concerned. I'm trying to remove the hysteria. We have allowed hysteria and fear to guide us so to where it is absolutely ridiculous. Social distancing is that is a concept that is fucking with me. Because see, any other time when we're in the grocery store, whatever, what do we tell folks? You in my space. You in my personal space. Somebody sit up there, they get too close with their goddamn cart because they running on the back of your goddamn foot. What do? You turn around, don't you? You in my space. So we do this on a natural, everyday basis. But they're telling y'all not to, we can't get close. We can't fist bump. See, we started fist bump because because folks wiped their hand on it. You know, we started doing all that because you didn't want to touch their hands and carry on. So you fist bump. All right, cool. You gave a dap and a pound. But now y'all say we can't dap and pound. We got to, all that stupid shit. Or better yet, they said don't even do that. Just wave. So now we are creating a world where social contact is null and void now. We are creating isolation to where everybody run into these computers. Now I'm going to go here. Let me go here because this is something that nobody has considered. Because lately, I won't say lately because we haven't heard this in a little minute. But during the early 2000s, and in the teens, the 2010s, and all of that, when it was real popular, everybody sitting up there talking about they got a sex tape out, or they don't sit up there and somebody leaked their nudes on the internet and this, that, and the other, right? Well, now you have created a culture to where now you don't want us fucking no more. So what we doing? We cyber sexing. So now when this crisis is over, and somebody goes to run for office down the line, are we going to penalize them because you done found something online about them having intimate moments online or jacking off or playing with themselves or whatever because we can't you don't want us to have social interaction right now? Have we thought about that? Huh? Have we thought about that? Because y'all know damn well that somehow or another we're going to have activity somewhere. So now that you don't want to, y'all want us to sit there, hell, you're working from home, you're having meetings and stuff at home and shit. You're working on your computer. We can FaceTime. We can Uber, Messenger and shit. We can do all that. Okay? But nobody is looking at the fact that, hell, if I'm hot and bothered because you can't come over here because you stranded, the airplanes ain't running, my baby got to get home. So we FaceTiming and we having cyber sex or whatever, and it gets recorded or whatever the case may be, or somebody come across it. Is that going to penalize somebody? What are we going to do with all the Christian prudes out there who want to sit up there and say, oh, that's immoral? Huh? See, we haven't thought about that because we let the hysteria ruin our thinking process, and we have let hysteria get into here. We had let hysteria guide this shit through. It does not making sense. Theo, you say, well, you own it, my brother. Their lies are lying. Misdirection is the hook. Humpty Trumpty has started bringing soldiers back. The move is to invoke martial law. That's part of the wartime deal you mentioned. Wake these people up, my brother. Well, thank you. Fred, you say, well, the stores will be fine. Jazzy, you say, back in the day, we knew that getting a freaking rag. Okay, right. Okay. Fred, you say, well, have you considered this could be a military biological agent? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Because see, look at this. And I want y'all to pay attention to this. Because this is something that they said. I'm only giving you and repeating back what they said. I'm not trying to throw in a conspiracy theory. I'm just trying to tell you what they said. They said to us when they showed us that 3D image of what the actual molecule of the virus is supposed to look like. Okay? They gave us this thing that said it got all these spores on it and this, that, and the other. And when it enters a certain way, it looks different. And they could tell you how the virus looks. And based on how it looks, how it entered into the body. Okay? Then they fucked around and said, we can duplicate this. We can duplicate this. Because this is what they're saying they want to use to make the vaccine, right? We already know if you talk about that you can duplicate it, that means you've already tested it to see if you could. That means you've been duplicating it. Now, let me give y'all something because, see, one of the things that they said is coronavirus is a composite of viruses. See, it's already been here because the flu is a coronavirus. They said that the other day. The flu is a coronavirus, and so is a couple other things. This particular strand of the coronavirus is what they're trying to attack. So that means you've known about this coronavirus for a minute. So y'all already been experimenting with duplicating it, seeing how is this, seeing how is that, blase yakety. So they sit up there trying to tell us, don't call it the flu. This is not the flu because this is not, no, this is the flu 2.0. Because if the flu is already a coronavirus, then this is part of the coronavirus family. See? So don't get that motherfucking twisted. Okay, don't get that twisted. This is part of it. And then it replicates like the flu. It has flu-like symptoms. Then they try to tell you what's the difference between corona versus flu versus allergies. Now, I suffer from allergies. I've been the runny nose boy all of my life, and I always had a little piece of a cough because of these damn allergies. Now, I have to sit down here and run the risk of folks looking at me like I'm crazy because I'm coughing and carrying on. Plus, hell, I'm asthmatic on top of it, and I ain't got no business drinking no damn milk, but these ginger snaps is working me over, so I dunk my ginger snaps in my milk and carrying on. So I got a little too much milk in me right now. So when I'm coughing, I got a little spittle coming up because it's the phlegm caused from the milk. So I know what my body is doing. But damn it, if I get to coughing and carrying on, y'all want to run and act as if, oh, that's corona, because it's up in here. We have allowed hysteria to move us into a place where all common sense is went out the fucking window. All common sense has gone out the window. They tell us to self-quarantine if you know you sick. They say, They say if you know someone has the virus, then you have to quarantine them off. Okay? But then they say if you know you sick, stay home. Don't we do that anyway for the most part? But here's the thing. What are we going to do about the long-term effect? Because a lot of folks go to work. Why? Because the health insurance don't. Either you got a job that don't have good health insurance or none. For those of you who are security officers out there who work contract houses, you work for a security guard company or a security officer company. Most of them don't offer benefits. Most of them don't offer benefits. You working full time, but yet you ain't got no benefits. Ask me how I know, honey. I've done it for too long. And yet you got to make the bills. You don't get no motherfucking vacation time, whatever. They don't give you sick time or nothing to take off. So what do you do? So are we going to then get the jobs and stuff in alignment down the line? Since they're saying this is the first time that this is going on like this. So now that we know what to expect, and you trying to sign this $850 billion to $1 trillion stimulus package that you got on Obama about because Obama did a stimulus package, okay, to help out the economy, which actually stimulated the economy. Once we got all the bumps out and carrying on, it actually stimulated the economy. And now you want to sit up there, you criticize him and did all that, but now you finna get to do a stimulus package, baby, that's fixing to take us into the stratosphere as far as governmental involvement with the people that y'all claiming that y'all don't want to do. See, here, and they're trying to break this down on party lines. The Republicans say that we got too much government in our business, but yet tell the business to shut down over the hysteria of what's going on, saying that y'all want to stop the virus from spreading. Okay? But yet you got loopholes in how it spread or whatever. Okay? Loopholes. We got too much. Okay? Frederick, you say? So then the trick is to fool people into taking shots where you'll be given the virus. Or how about that? Perhaps not. We as African Americans, that's the only thing to think about, because we know what they have done to us with the Tuskegee experiment. We have always been the guinea pigs for this world. At least I won't say for the world, let's say for America. For America as it is, everybody, all African Americans or descendants of African whatever we're going to call ourselves. I don't want to say ADOS or whatever, because it's a political word for me. But whatever you call yourself, okay, over here in this country, blacks and African Americans in this particular culture, we have been the brunt of a lot of experiments. We have done our due diligence and carried on with helping scientific causes. Our soldiers have been in evidence of it, because you were talking about germ warfare and carrying on. That's what they called it back then when it was Agent Orange in Vietnam. When the soldiers were saying they come down with the sharecroppers and spraying us down and nobody wanted to believe them. Then all of a sudden now we got the soldiers that got the effects of Agent Orange, which was a germ warfare thing, child. Germ warfare. We're not doing the atomic bombs and trying to blow up everybody no more. We're trying to sit down there and do something that's going to wipe out. And here's something I want y'all to think about too. The current administration want to sit up there and call this. He say, "What is the Chinese virus?" which I think is an insult. Even though this thing got legs and carrying on, we could say that it derived in China. We could say all of that. But to call it a Chinese virus, especially when you got Asian folks in your news pool, you know, in the reporter pool or whatever, that's very insensitive, and that ain't right. And you see every time he tried to, they asked him that question, how are you saying that? You know, and then this is going out against the world. See, I've always thought that secretively, somehow or another, that we've been trying to go back to war with China. Now, that there is a conspiracy theory. I've been saying that because y'all remember when we was getting all them products from China that was fucked up? We had too much fluoride in the toothpaste. They had too many ingredients that was killing the animals in the dog food and shit. Then we had the toys that had too much lead in the paint on the toys and things. All that stuff was coming in from China. Now, at one point, I felt that I was like, are we trying to set up for some kind of war with them? Because it was ridiculous. Then all of a sudden, whatever the treaty was or whatever that thing was, that the embargo or whatever it was, it was settled, and then all of a sudden everything started coming back over here the right way. Right? Okay. Now we have this particular strand of the coronavirus, the novel corona. Okay. That got its roots over in China. Now, do y'all remember when China used to tell their citizens that they could have no more than 2 children? That was very prevalent, and it was also, I know as a kid, that's all we heard about China growing up, that it was an overpopulated country, or a continent, or whatever. It's a country, not a continent. And that they could only, and if you had more than 2 children, that they made you move. You had to leave. And things of that nature, right? Well, we had stopped hearing that for a little piece of a minute. And then all of a sudden, China had got this explosion, and now they are overpopulated. So where else do you put something if this is not population control? You know, wiped out a lot of these folks because nobody knew what the fuck it was in the beginning. Now they have a handle on it, you know, but it took them months to get a handle on it because casual damages. They had casualties. And so in my eyes, and I'm not saying that this is a true statement, I know this could possibly be a conspiracy theory. In my eyes, this was population control. Look at this. Why is it that the senior citizens are the ones who are most affected by this? Because they're not dying off so that their Social Security go back to the damn to the country. They had to, and then they're trying to push Social Security again. The retirement done been pushed back. You remember you could retire at 85. Now they really want you to retire at 72 fully in order to get your full benefits. Okay? Why? Because folks' longevity, the lifespans are longer. So whatever the money is or wherever it's going, I'm sure it's some kind of account that's accruing some kind of interest or something. Or it's being invested by our government. Whatever they're doing with it, they would. Population control is the only thing that's coming from this. I've said that about HIV. HIV was, I truly believe it was created to be a population control thing. It was to wipe out the undesirables and then to sit down there and be population control. But now we don't have folks dying from it anymore. Folks are living natural, long, healthy lives. And they're not dying. So we don't have that fear and that scare like we used to anymore. We have gone through so many health scares and stuff to where we refuse to allow thinking and rational thinking to coexist with all of this. Take precautions, yes, but allow your rationale and your thinking and your God-given inalienable rights to understanding and discernment in order to let that, to be privy to all of that. Why have we allowed ourselves to believe the hype? Ain't that what KRS one of them said back in the day? Don't believe the hype. Get the facts. Get the truth. And in seeking for the truth, don't believe the hype. Take care of yourself, but don't believe the hype. Y'all sit up here and took all them damn, cleaned out the stores As if this was the Y2K, child. Remember, y'all sit down here acting as if these children gonna sit down here and y'all ain't gonna eat no more forever in a day and carrying on. Y'all done forgot how to get your staples and things. You know, now I'm in my house by myself, so I'm cool for the moment. Okay, if this thing lasts any longer than what it is, child, then okay, we'll worry about that then. But hell, if I was to try to go get something, I can't because y'all not giving the stores time to restock fast enough. The damn shit was bare. There was nothing else there. Y'all sitting up here pulling out. I haven't seen the clip, but I was told there was a clip that's going around where the children sitting up there pulling out guns and shit on folks because they got the tissue. I saw one with the ladies fighting. This woman and her daughter had one cart of the 12 or the 24 pack of tissue. Y'all got like 6, 7, 8 of those damn things in your basket. Okay? And fight with she said, I just need one. And you told her no. Why? Why? Hysteria. How many of y'all even got space like that in your damn houses for all that shit? Huh? Just hoarding. And acting as if there was nothing there. Okay? How many of y'all gave that to the senior citizens and carried on? Did you go and take at least a pack of it down the way? How many of y'all sat down and used the hand sanitizer and things? Did you give the hand sanitizer to somebody down the way who couldn't get out to get everything? To all of my coupon shoppers, those of you who like to do the extreme couponing and shit. Huh? Y'all should already be stocked, right? Y'all should already be stocked. So why is this going the way that it is? Hell, I like Angel Soft tissue. I went to angelsoft.com to their website to see if you could order tissue. They told me something. You couldn't order. They were out of stock. How in the fuck are you out of stock and you the warehouse? How? Okay. How? Okay. How? I don't get it. I don't understand. Okay. Somebody just tried to call in. I do not understand. Okay. And I wish someone will tell me what the hell is going on. But right now, I want us to remove the hysteria from all of this. I want us to understand what is happening. Right now, you can't go vote because if you're in a city where your city and state is closed down, your government is closed down, you cannot go cast your vote. Okay? If you cannot cast your vote, darling, what is going to happen with this year's election? Now, last time they said Russia got involved with it, right? Now we said coronavirus is going to keep this man in office. Interesting thought. Okay? And I don't care how much scrambling. See, here's the thing. We talk about the vote being whacked, votes getting uncounted. This has been an ongoing problem, right? What do you think is going to happen when all this passes? Let's say we get to July, August. Okay? Now, we vote in November. Now, we got to get a Democratic National Convention. We got to get a Republican National Convention so that they can do all these speeches and carry on or whatever they're going to do. But then we got to sit down there and worry about those votes because now this is a rush job. I know here in Georgia, we got brand new election voting machines and carrying on. It's a rushed job. So you know damn well something ain't going to be right. I mean, hell, the last time Hillary won the popular vote, but the Electoral College said no. Somebody keep trying to call in on Messenger. But they keep saying we're not going to do that. The Electoral College said we're not going to do that. Okay. Now, damn it, it's starting to piss me off now. Hell. Okay. These are some of the things that we have to put into place. Okay? We have to put this into place. And for those of us who have children, and you got little children, and they're trying to tell you not to touch and carry on. Little kids like to be held and hugged and this, that, and the other. How do you not hold your children or love your children? You understand? That's a psychological thing there. Okay? How do we teach that to the babies? If this, okay, this boy's getting on my nerves with this. Okay. And this is, yeah. So right now, this here, how do we teach the children? How do we then get something in place with all of this? You know what I'm saying? Because kids don't understand. All they want is mommy and daddy or auntie or uncle, whatever, kissy grandma, you know, give my sugar kisses and all of that. But you got to sit there and hold them back. Oh, no, we can't do that. You know what I'm saying? That there is not something that we do. You understand? That's a natural reaction. So we've got to, how do we do that in this time? They have not shown us how to do that. Now, y'all say keep social distancing, but you see at home, they got the kids sitting up there playing, you know, y'all just up there, oh, well, let's be interactive with the children. Let's have these particular games. They could run there and they could, you know. So what is it? Are we talking out the side of our mouths or what? Or what? See? No more than 10 folks in the house. Okay, don't have nobody come outside. So now, I mean, here, my complex here, they won't even, they have closed down the office. But they're going to want their rent. How about that? You'll close down, oh, the office is not open to the public. Bitch, what? If you need us, give us a call. Really? Y'all don't like to answer the fucking phones. But call you. Okay. See, we got this a little that way. We need to steam iron and press out these wrinkles, children. That's what we got to do. Let's steam iron and press out the wrinkles so that we can handle this effectively and efficiently and remove this damn hysteria and the paranoia. Because you holding us hostage and then we end up holding ourselves hostage to bullshit. Now, they done told y'all all this damn time that those little face masks that y'all got ain't gonna do a damn thing. But y'all tend not to believe that because y'all still got them damn face masks on, don't you? Okay? You still wearing them damn masks. And then they tell you the ones to get. You get the N95, H95, whatever, the industrial ones, honey, so they can cover all of this and, you know, so that your skin is not exposed or whatever. They say wash your hands and don't touch your face. Well, damn it, my damn facial hair that don't half grow is trying to grow and I got scratching the fuck out my face. You know what I'm saying? So now what? What? And if you sit down here and let it get to you, it will drive you insane. Absolutely insane. And for the hypochondriacs out there, child, I hope and pray y'all have a good therapy system or something. Because every little thing is going to drive y'all fucking crazy. Oh, this means this. Every little cough, every little sneeze, every little tear that come out your face. Child, if somebody do something wrong, I know y'all should be just OCD with wiping down all the knobs and carrying on everything. See, is this what we're coming to? Did y'all see Naomi Campbell? Now y'all know she's been doing this for a little piece of a minute. She said when she travels, that bitch put on a hazmat suit. She wipes down everything before she gets on the plane. When she gets on the plane, she wipes down her seat and this, that, and the other. She put her goggles on. She put her bonnet on and things. Then she all wrapped up in a hazmat suit and shit just to travel. Here's the other thing I want y'all to consider. Remember during 9/11? And all of our Muslim brothers and sisters, particularly the sisters, when they said they had their hijab on and they wrapped it up and all you saw were their eyes. And everybody got damn mad about that and was like, they need to take that off because we don't know who they are. We don't know who the terrorists are. We don't know. How dare them? And y'all impeded upon their religious expression? Well, what the fuck do y'all think these masks are doing? We can't see your face. We don't know nothing about you. All we see is this because you got all this covered. For those of y'all who wear those little the winter mask and carrying on. They got the little frightful little faces on it and shit, trying to be protective and all of that. All we see is this. We don't know who the hell you are. So are we now going to get mad at those folks? Is this an act of terrorism? Are we going to treat them like we did 9/11? Oh, I don't know you. You need to take that off or whatever. Or are we going to give them a pass because we're scared? And this is becoming a social thing now. This is part of social distancing. This is part of a lot of this shit that we need to do to care for ourselves. You understand? Because see, if that's the case, are we setting ourselves up for another terrorist anything because we only seeing each other from this point up? That's just a thought. It's just a thought. And not to be a conspiracy theorist and not to sit there and bring fear. This is just a thought because we've been through shit like this before. And based on what we said we did not like, we did not want, what we complained about then, we're automatically accepting this shit now. As a means of what? Because we've allowed hysteria to rule and not thinking. We're not critically thinking. We're not asking the right questions. And see, this is something that I was up there and asked the doctors and carried on. Because if that's the case, then how come they can't make those damn things clear? If all I'm doing is protecting myself, why the mask come in all these damn colors and things? Can't they make those clear? Is that something we need to think about in the future? Just a thought. It's just a thought. See, because we've allowed hysteria and paranoia to lead fear. Fear. And then listening to the children, they're telling you 80% of the people who, there's some who have it and didn't even know they had it. Okay? 80% of it is not even, is curable or whatever, or folks have bounced back. Those who have died at this particular point have been those who are in higher age brackets with compromised immune systems, and they were already weakened. And without a vaccine to handle this, the body couldn't fight off anything anyway. So let me ask y'all this. How many of y'all have started strengthening y'all immune systems? Are you back on your vitamin C? Are you back on your vitamin E's? Huh? Remember, that was the shit we used to do back in the day. How many of y'all, instead of going out to the store, did y'all go to the health food store to get your castor oil? I haven't done it either. Okay, I haven't done it. Or your 666 cough syrup. How many of y'all done that? Did you stock up on your Theraflu and all that kind of shit, so that you could give your body a fighting chance? How many of y'all have done your research on better nutrition, so that we could get the stuff in our bodies to ward off certain things? Did you get your garlic? Did you get your ginger? Did you get your turmeric? Just thoughts. I've been drinking ginger tea, real ginger. I cut the ginger up and carry it on and put it in my teapot and let it steep and carry it on, with a little throat coat tea added. Okay. How many of us have done that? How many of us have gone to natural remedies? Of those of you who are herbologists and carrying on, y'all need to be putting up all kinds of remedies and stuff. Get your slippery elm roots and your echinaceas and your licorice roots and carrying on. Put up a concoction that could build the immune system as a tea, so that we can go get that kind of stuff. Right? Listen, blend this together, and this will help strengthen this, and this will do this. Why haven't we started doing that? Because we've allowed fear to cloud our judgment and to cloud our minds. We got to come up out of this, children. We've got to come up out of this and start being able to rationally think this through. Take the necessary precautions, but be able to think this damn thing through. You understand? You understand? I got 3 brand new grandnieces, honey. All right? And I know my babies, honey, are sitting, I don't know if they are absolutely completely fearful, but I know what we have all instilled in the family. When the babies are under a year old, you don't go kissing the babies. Okay? And you already know if you got a cold, the baby ain't coming over to the house. So it's certain things that we do that is already common fucking sense. Y'all know when somebody is sick in the house, you had to disinfect the house anyway. You had to wash the clothes anyway. Why? Because it was so nobody else would get sick, right? We do this on a regular anyway. Any damn way. So why is it now that we done got so fearful and scared? Huh? If you're already doing what you need to do, then this shouldn't be no fear. This should not be a fear tactic used against you, right? One would think. However, I just had to get it up off of me because I've been holding on to that for too long. And after watching today, oh, and let me say this about the reporters, because the current administration went off on that one reporter, Peter, whatever his last name is, went off on him unjust. It was not justified. You got mad because he asked you a question that you did not want to answer or did not have an answer for. But I would salute all the other reporters in that room who piggybacked off his question, who sat there and re-asked that question because they kept shutting it down. Every other reporter asked that same damn question to have his back. And that's what they were supposed to have done. You don't embarrass the reporter like that and then put him on blast, talking about how horrible a reporter he is. And all this is going on across the world. Across the world. And then say that he's a bad reporter and that he's sitting up there responsible and calling out these folks who doing fake news. No. Unacceptable, sir. Unacceptable. And I applaud the journalists that were there who stood up for him, who piggybacked those questions and kept that question in their damn face. What did you tell the American people who are scared? Because the information seems to be confusing. I'm glad, and I stand behind them because they should have done that. They should have done that, and there was the tea. That was all tea. Okay, all tea and all shade. Okay. So having said all that, my darlings, let me get y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go back to y'all day. I'm going to relax. I need to fix me something to eat right now. Grab me some more of this ginger tea. And get back to Netflix. Now, let me do a couple of recommendations. Y'all heard me say, go rewatch Total Recall. Go and rewatch Demolition Man. There's something new that's on the Netflix right now, Self-Made, inspired by the life of Madam C.J. Walker. It just dropped today on Netflix. I want y'all to go check that out. And, let's see. Well, I did just go check everything else. I done put up on my Facebook wall that I've been watching and all that. But those three movies, I just wanted to throw that y'all way since we home anyway, right? And do all that. So having said all that, honey, if you love me, tell a friend and share this with a friend. If you hate me, honey, share this with an enemy. But do know there's one way, shape, style, form, or fashion. Everything that I'm doing will move forward. Join me on Black GDP TV. That's where you can find my talk show, Dishing Tea TV, there. Also coming soon, Diversity TV, which is my own network. That's coming real soon. And also, you can always check me out at www.dishingtea.com for all the information about Dishing Tea. The radio show is still up and running on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. on Blog Talk Radio Network. And all of that. So we have some exciting things coming down the pipeline for you. So, again, go check me out there. And share this with folks so that we can get this thing going, all right? Share it, like it, subscribe to all of my platforms. And let's make this thing happen, honey, because we need to have this conversation for real. For real, for real. Okay? Ciao.